Hello YouTube and welcome back. Today I'm doing a thread video and this one is for Stormwind 79 and he's doing a thread for 5 LPs that are innovative albums. So the first album I'm going to show you is the third record by Celtic Frost and Into the Pandemonium. Now this album is very innovative. This is avant-garde sort of thrash metal, and this was one of the bands on Noise Records. I forget what year, but yeah, this album incorporates a lot of different styles of instruments, operatic vocals. Tom G. Warrior even does a sort of a rap on this album. Yeah, this is just a great album full of great songs like Inner Sanctum, Babylon Fell, Rex Iria, Requiem. And I love every song on this album. There is a cover which a lot of people sort of dismiss. That is Mexican Radio. I kind of like that song. It's kind of quirky, and it's different for Celtic Frost. So if you haven't checked out this album, please do. If you love avant-garde, sort of strange, weird instruments, sort of a rapping on one of the songs, you might like this album. But this is not a lot of people's favourite album, but I really do like it. Celtic or Celtic, how you pronounce it, Into the Pandemonium, a great third album and very innovative. The next album I want to talk about is Creator, Pleasure to Kill. Now this was Creator's second album, and this was is a brutal thrash metal album. It's fast, chugging, almost sort of blackish death metal kind of tones. And I think this was a Noise Records. And it's just a great album. You know, you got songs like the sort of chimes with Choir of the Damned, which is a sort of instrumental. And then it gets into Ripping Corpse, which is a fucking brutal track. You got Death is Your Savior, Pleasure to Kill, Rite of Violence, Under the Guillotine. Every song on this album is just fast, blistering thrash metal. And this album, you know, early Sodom, Destruction, were all great, but this is an awesome album, Creator. The next record is a death metal record, and it's by Death, Scream Bloody Gore. Now people kind of think, which is the first death metal album, was it either Possessed or Death? Well, Possessed did have a song called Death Metal, but Death was the first death metal to come out with their debut album. Now this is great artwork by Ed Repka. Every song on this album is just top-notch death metal, and you know, it does have a bit of a thrash tone to it, but it's just pure utter death metal. Now you got some great songs on here like Zombie Ritual, Infernal Death, Evil Dead, Scream Bloody Gore. But every song on this album is awesome. And this was the beginning of what death metal will turn out to be later on. The next record is a black metal one, and that is Dark Throne with Blades in the Northern Sky. Now, this was a follow-up to their debut, which I can't think of it right now, but this was their start of their black metal direction. And this is a 6-track LP, and it's just an awesome, fast, brutal, evil black metal. And was this the first black metal? No. Is it innovative? Yes. So, Dark Throne, Blaze in the Northern Sky. My next record I want to show you is the next Autopsy, their debut, Seventh Survival. Now, this was Peaceville, released back in '89, and this is just brutal death doom. And this band, I think, was influenced on the death doom scene. They're slow, chuggy, brutal songs. There is some fast tracks on here, but the slower death doom sort of vibe going through this album is just brilliant. Again, all the tracks on here are awesome. So if you haven't heard Seventh Survival by Autopsy, please check it out, and you'll love this album. It's a great album. And the final record I want to show you is another death metal, and that's the debut by Atheist. Again, this is technical death metal, and it's just a brilliant album. Again, a lot of people don't like this album, but I think this is a brilliant album. All the tracks on here are just awesome. I guess there's a bit of thrash metal, because it was in that time of the thrash metal scene, but they mixed it up with technical death metal, a little bit of jazzy influence, I guess, but more on their second and third album. But this one is just a pure utter death metal. Great cover by, again, Ed Repka. Atheist, Piece of Time, a very innovative album for its time. So please check it out, and thank you. So there we have it. So please, everybody, stay safe, stay heavy. Until next time, bye for now.